What is going on, guys? Welcome to the Wrestling World Podcast. Before we get into tonight's video, hit that like and sub button and turn on the notification bell for your latest wrestling news, updates, content, and spoilers. Alright, guys, Bad Blood just finished, and what an historic event it was. A lot to talk about here, so let's get into it. Let's talk about it. We started the night off with CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, and what a bloody, brutal battle this was. It definitely wasn't a PG match. It was McIntyre busted open, CM Punk busted open, tables, steel steps, toolboxes, everything you could imagine. Everything to me, everything that you could want in a Hell in a Cell match. And it definitely delivered. One thing going into this match is I was a little bit worried that WWE would not deliver in this match, that it would kind of fall flat, being that the past few Hell in a Cell matches we've seen weren't really that good. So I was a little worried going into this match, but man, they delivered, and to me, honestly, it's a match of the year candidate, and it was great. Great trilogy Drew McIntyre, CM Punk had. They definitely had a great storyline, great rivalry. Probably a feud of the year as well. So I would definitely put them in the top two for those two categories. Top one, two, whatever. Because they definitely delivered in this match. CM Punk collapsing after the match. After the match ended, you could see him collapsing walking up the ramp. And that was a little worrying because I didn't know if he was okay or not, but he seems like he's okay. Exhausted maybe, but yeah. There was a spot where McIntyre put him to the table that was brutal. The toolbox to the head, I mean, brutal match. CM Punk finally hitting Drew McIntyre with the GTS with the steel chain wrapped around his knee to finally end the match and get the 1, 2, 3. But this was brutal. I mean, I didn't expect a lot of blood in that match, but man, was it good. But CM Punk finally got the win to end this storyline and trilogy, and he'll move on. What he does next, who knows? But that was just the start of the night. We got a night of big returns, guys. Nia Jax and Bayley got a good run. Nia Jax, she retained. After Tiffany Stratton got involved, it looked like Tiffany Stratton was going to cash in on Nia finally, but then Nia sat up like The Undertaker and caught Tiffany Stratton. But Nia was able to pick up the win, and it was a pretty good match. I will say there was a spot in that match where it looked like Nia botched the Samoan drop, and she did. It was botched pretty bad, and we know Nia has a history of botching moves, so that was a little concerning. But the match to me was pretty decent, so I was pretty thrilled about that. But yes, Nia picks up the win, she retains. Next up, we have Damian Priest, Finn Balor. Decent match. Well, to be honest, I didn't really pay much attention to this match, just off and on. But Judgment Day involvement, typical Judgment Day match. The Judgment Day gets involved and this and that, but Damian Priest was able to pick up the win, and hopefully that puts an end to this whole Judgment Day rivalry stuff. It's Bad Blood, so you kind of think so. Who knows? But Damian Priest picks up the win, so we'll move on. And this is where the returns come in, guys, so pay attention. I hope I'm not spoiling anything for anybody, but yes, there will be some spoilers in this match for those who haven't got to watch it yet. Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley faced off with Dominic Mysterio hoisted high above the ring in the cage, and that was hilarious. There was a spot in the match where Dominic got his foot caught and was dangling off the cage, and Rhea Ripley was beating him with a kendo stick, and yeah. And then as the match is going on, throughout the match, it was a great match. And then that one spot where Rhea was beating Dominic with the kendo stick, we see somebody attack Rhea. At first, I couldn't make out who it was, but it was none other than Raquel Rodriguez returning to aid Liv Morgan. We know Liv and Raquel are friends, and she helped Liv Morgan pick up the win. and Liv Morgan retains. Now, um, we haven't seen Raquel in a while. Um, but this is one of the matches that I got wrong. Now I predicted Rhea Ripley to win. I got that wrong. I think this is the only one I got wrong. And I didn't expect Raquel Rodriguez to return. I expected Rhea to come out on top. But I'm not complaining. I don't know what they'll do at Survivor Series. I'm assuming we'll see Rhea versus Raquel and Survivor Series, War Games, whatever. Who knows? As for Liv Morgan, I'm kind of thinking that maybe she will move on, and her and Dom will kind of ride off into sunset. But who knows? But wasn't too happy about that. I didn't really understand it, but because I never really paid attention to the relationship between Raquel and Liv. Like her getting involved, it adds a new layer to the story, but it also Bad Blood is kind of where stories end. So, not too thrilled about having her involved, but it is what it is. So Liv Morgan picks up the win. She moves on. Other news: Triple H revealed a new Crown Jewel championship, and it's very ugly. Doesn't look good at all. A lot of people are going crazy on Twitter about it, saying this is the ugliest title we've ever seen. I don't really care for it. I don't understand the point of it. Maybe they'll crown a new champion at Crown Jewel. I don't know. It doesn't really make sense. I think a lot of people are expecting something else. Maybe some new mid-card titles or a new women's championship or even the Winged Eagle title that Cody Rhodes was kind of wanting to bring back. But, yeah, a very ugly belt. If you guys haven't seen it, go look on Twitter. You guys can also follow me, and I'll drop my Twitter handle here in a little bit. But, yeah, really just an ugly belt. And then Gunther came out and... he was going back and forth with Triple H. And one thing they also did during this was they showed Goldberg in the audience, and they were definitely teasing a Goldberg versus Gunther match. Goldberg telling Gunther, "You're next." There was a little heated exchange between the two, and Goldberg telling Gunther, "You're next," And I, for one, like many, do not want to see this. And I even said on Twitter, after this segment happened, that if it does happen, it'll be, a 5-minute match. Just not worth it. There's no reason for Goldberg to come back. Nothing really you can say about this other than nobody wants to see it, but you can also say that the relationship between WWE and Goldberg is fine. There were rumors of Goldberg going to AEW for his last match, whatever. But it does seem like Goldberg isn't going anywhere. He's staying in WWE, unfortunately. I'm not the biggest Goldberg fan, guys. I'm not. I even said during that segment, too, that somewhere, if Bret Hart is watching, he's not happy. Because Bill Goldberg's on TV. But yeah, not a big fan of Goldberg, never really was. Not a safe worker. Gunther is a top-notch talent. Just an in-ring technician, levels above Goldberg. I mean, I do not want to see that match. I don't want to see Goldberg in a WWE match again. It just, especially against somebody like Gunther. I could see if it was like a mid-card talent, whatever, but Gunther's a top star, and he shouldn't fall to Goldberg. I feel like if WWE does book that match, they may try to bury Gunther, like they did the Fiend Bray Wyatt, like they did with Brock Lesnar, like they did with, I don't want to see that happen with Gunther. But yes, WWE is teasing this, possibly for Crown Jewel, being that they held this segment talking about the title and Gunther versus Goldberg. So this could be for the new Crown Jewel title, I don't know. But we'll see. Wouldn't be the first time Goldberg's taken a title from somebody, But we'll see. I even think that they had Bray Wyatt versus Goldberg Crown Jewel, if I'm not mistaken, right? That was that Crown Jewel, I believe. But yeah, not a match I want to see. But anyway, we get into the main event, guys. The huge main event. We expected some big returns, and boy, did they deliver. We saw Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa, and Jacob Fatu. Um, Typical tag team match. Nothing really stood out to me in this match. The only thing that really stood out to me was the return of none other than Jimmy Uso, a former Bloodline member. He reunited with Roman Reigns, taking out Tonga Loa and Tonga Toa. Say that 3 times fast, I'm telling you. I can't. Tama Loa, Tonga Toa, whatever, Tama Tonga, whatever. He came back, taking out those two with the super kick. As soon as they showed him on the camera, I knew Jimmy Uso. There was a big pop when he revealed his face. But yes, he reunited with Roman Reigns. Off the distraction, Roman was able to hit the spear on Solo, picking up the win. And then after the match, Roman and Cody had a big stare down. And as Roman Reigns exited, the Bloodline attacked Cody again. Roman hesitated for a minute, but he went back to defend Cody and help him out here. And just as everything was going to end, just when you think everything is going to end, we hear none other than The Rock. We hear his music playing, and the crowd went nuts. So we see The Rock in the entranceway, and he's staring down Roman Reigns. So, and he gives you the 1, 2, 3, like, we're going to see something. The Bloodline story is just, it's continuing a new chapter. What this is going to lead to, I'm assuming possibly a Rock versus Roman type thing. I could see them going the route, you're teaming with Cody, the same guy that took your title type thing, and then them going that route, having Roman versus Cody. No, Roman versus The Rock, having him do that, do something like that and make more sense. But we've been waiting for Rock and Roman for a while, so I think we'll eventually be getting it here soon. But with Jimmy Uso returning, a big return, we've all wanted him to return for a while. No Paul Heyman tonight, even though Paul Heyman was in Atlanta. We did hear that Jimmy was in Atlanta earlier in the day, so we kind of expected him to kind of be with Roman, but we weren't sure. No Paul Heyman tonight. I'm still waiting for War Games. Maybe he'll appear then. So we got Jimmy coming back. Jay hasn't returned yet, but we'll get him soon. What this does is this plants the seeds until War Games. We're going to go into War Games with the Bloodline versus the Bloodline 2, Solo versus Roman's Bloodline, and, but they're slowly planting the seeds here, so I like it. But yeah, guys, that is a review. Roman picked up the win. The Rock returned. Raquel Rodriguez returned. Jimmy Uso returned. Big returns here tonight. Like I said, CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre, big candidate for match of the year. They definitely delivered. But yeah, great matches here. Some really just great night all around. And they definitely delivered in the main event, so I'm happy about that. But all right, guys, have a blessed day. This is your little quick review. I can't say it's quick. We've been in for 13 minutes, but oh well. Have a good day, guys. Hope I will see you guys possibly Monday. If not Monday, then Tuesday or Wednesday. I'd like to do a NXT live stream at some point, so if I don't do the Monday Night Raw live stream, I will be doing the NXT live stream, as NXT is picking up a lot too. So, and then within the next few weeks, I got some people going to be covering some different topics in wrestling. I'd like to start covering some of the indie scene and some of the other territories as well. Memphis Wrestling, TNA, Ring of Honor, those as well. And I'll have somebody cover AEW because I don't watch AEW. Well, actually, I think Collision's on tonight, but I don't think anybody's watching it. Anyway, but yeah, we're putting a whole team together, guys, to give you guys the best content possible. And we're excited. We're going to move forward into 2025 with some big things going for the channel. So I really am excited. So stay tuned. We will have more for you guys momentarily. Like I said, if I don't see you guys Monday, I'll definitely see you Tuesday. Alright guys, have a good day. God bless. Hope you enjoyed this review. If you haven't watched it, I'm sorry for the spoilers, but you know, yeah, if you watch it, you'll enjoy it, I'm telling you. Anyways guys, have a good night. If you're watching on Twitter, if you see this on Twitter, please hit that like and sub button. Please retweet. And my Twitter handle, I forgot. My Twitter handle is at AustinBoyer25. So follow me. I will be putting my Twitter handle in the comments as well with the description. But please give me a follow. Have a good day, guys. God bless. Good night.